Hello students, this is the last day of our bugs. We should have a symmetrical bug, which means it's same on both sides. Yesterday we focused on pattern, and today we're going to focus on value. I would like to start by saying I do not expect you to be an expert at this, but I do expect by 4th grade that we are trying new things, and we're trying to get better at simply coloring. Right? So, I'm going to teach you a new skill. Watch this. I'm going to color some of my paper, and then I'm trying to make that color darker. Do you think I can make it even darker? Yes. This would be a dark, a medium, and a light. But do you think I could make it lighter? What about even lighter? I even used a soft voice when I said lighter, because you're simply not pressing so hard. You press firmly with the dark color, so we're going to give that a 5 and count down. So the lightest color is number 1. This is what we call using value. I can do this without picking up my pencil. I'm pressing firmly and slowly becoming lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So I'm barely touching my paper at the end. This is what we call value. Value is the lightness and darkness of a color based on shadows or lights. All three-dimensional shapes have value, and artists use value to make their art look more real or more interesting. Another thing I love to teach is what's called a gradation. I want you to find 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, or 3 colors that are kind of almost the same color. For example, I have 3 shades of purple. One has a little bit more blue, and one just is a lighter shade of violet. This dark one would kind of be like a number 5, right? It has more blue in it, and it's pretty dark. I'm going to press firmly. For my number 4, I'm just going to use the same color and press lighter. I'm going to then use the other color in this middle and color over it. And see what I'm doing is I'm mixing the colors. I'm layering them on top of each other. This is how you can get the colors to look like they are together, like these colors are slowly changing. I'm going to use the one darkest color and press firmly and slowly get lighter. I'm going to use the next color and color on top of the color I already have. This is how the colors mix, by coloring on top. And then the last color, I'm going to color on top. See how I'm coloring on top? And then continue. And again, get lighter and lighter. And this is how I'm showing that one color, just like value, gets lighter to dark. Colors can get lighter to dark, and colors can change from light to dark. This is what we call a gradation. A gradation is when one color slowly changes to another color. Gradation. Now it's time to start working on our bugs. I'm going to take a section and I'm going to color the outside of that section as hard as I can with my pencil without breaking it to get a dark color. The next section, I'm going to do the same thing, the dark color on the outside. And I'm going to do the same here at the top, a dark color on the outside. Now remember, to create value, which is the lightness and darkness of a color, next to that dark color, I'm going to use the same color and press lighter and lighter and lighter, creating a 4-step value scale we want these colors to slowly change from dark, slowly to light. And then you do the same thing in the next section. Dark, slowly to light. A value. Dark, and make it slowly to light. Notice the direction of my pencil. I'm working towards the lighter color, right? Because I want the colors to blend. I'm not going against the grain. I'm kind of making them work together. This should be done in a pretty big part of your bug. So make sure you find a part for your bug to do this where you have enough space. And hey, I left most of it white anyways. So don't worry, this doesn't take too long. I'm gonna fill in these last little bits because they seem like they need a little bit of color, like a lighter shade in order for that to work in a line, okay? As I finish up making my value, I am now ready to try a gradation. Remember, gradation is changing from one color to another using what we call analogous colors. So, find at least 2 colors that are touching each other on the color wheel. I'm going to use a lime green and kind of a darker lime green or a regular green, right? And I'm going to find a place where this is appropriate on my bug. Maybe these smaller sections to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the darkest color on the outside, just like we did with the abdomen. Look at your 2 colors, make sure you know which one is the darkest, and put it on the outside. And then towards the middle, or next to it, just make it a little bit lighter. That would be called a value because I only used 1 color. It doesn't become a gradation until you add a second color. So I'm going to take the second color and put it on top of that first color and then kind of pull those colors out a bit more to make the color become even lighter. And there you go, a gradation where one color slowly changes to another. A dark, a lighter, an even lighter, and the lightest. Where green kind of became a lime green or almost a yellow. And the next section, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Darker and lighter, lighter and even lighter, where you're barely touching your paper. Okay, I'm going to show you one last time in this big section here. I'm pressing down firmly to get a dark color, and then pressing lighter to get a lighter color. Simply changing colors, going over it again a second time, and then again, pulling that color even more, and then even lighter. This time, instead of doing those 3 steps, I actually did 4. A gradation. Now, friends, please remember that you are in 4th grade. It is time for you to learn and practice new things, but not time for you to get upset because it's your first time trying a new skill. So, try your best, have fun, experiment, learn what works and what you like and what doesn't work and what you don't like. But if it's not easy, that doesn't mean it's impossible. That just means you need to put forth a little bit more effort. This skill is very easy. I promise you can do it. Just give it some time, some dedication, and some work. I want to show you another example that I have finished. See, she has patterns on her wings. She has patterns here, right? Changing of color. She also has patterns in her eyes. And she has a gradation and value here on her body where the color slowly changes from a dark green to a lime green to a white. or a purple to a white. So I have tried patterns and textures and values and gradations. Once you have finished your project and you have all these things and your bug looks awesome and he is finished, it is time for you to glue a background. Do you see how I'm taking a pencil and I'm drawing a line around my bug, giving about a 1/4 inch of space? This 1/4 inch of space is going to make it a lot easier for you to cut. But friends, I do expect for you to cut like a 4th grader. If you haven't practiced using scissors in a while, well, here's your time to go nice and slow, follow your line, and try your best. Having good craftsmanship is important because it can make your art really look amazing or look kind of sloppy. So try your best. All right, now I am finished and it's time to glue. So I'm going to take a sheet of black paper. And remember, whenever you're gluing, you always glue on the back of the thing that you are attaching, not the background. Put a good amount of glue on the back of him, and then we're going to flip him over, and we are going to make sure that he is in the absolute center of our sheet of paper. The center, not crooked, not a little bit to the left, the absolute center. It may help you if you stand up, look at it from the top, and place him down. I always like to take my paper and flip it over to the back and rub the back and give it a nice little massage. In Chinese, you say massage. That's right, you massage the back of your paper. And on the back, I want you to find a white or a light colored pencil and write your name and your class code. So if you're in 4th grade and say you're in Mr. Soto's class, that would be 4-Soto, S-O-T-O, or whatever your teacher's name is. And look at that. Beautiful. You're done. Great work. I can't wait to see it next week.